Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another pick a card reading, and this is going to be the topic of what career path should you be on. So we're going to be looking for information about possible career paths, information about what you should be doing, just what you need to know as far as career goes. And of course, you know, if you pick a pile and that is already what you're doing for career, then that kind of answers the question that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing, if one of those things pop up. So of course, please do keep in mind that this is a general reading, which means it is for the collective. There's going to be more than one option that comes up for each one of these piles. And if you find yourself drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine as well, because your personal message might be spread across more than one pile. Because again, this is a general reading. It is not a personal reading. It is not every single message is solely for you. It's for a collective of people. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and all of that stuff. So let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles that we have here. We have 3 piles today, and we're going to be choosing by manga, which is something that I've done over on my twins channel a lot, and haven't really done it on my channel, even though I have the bigger collection as of right now. So for pile 1, we have Black Butler here. So if you guys are drawn to the Black Butler pile, then you are pile 1. For pile 2, we have the Ancient Magnus Bride. So if you're attracted to this one, this is your pile 2. And for pile 3, we have Denke Daisy. So if you're attracted to this particular image, this particular manga, pile 3 is going to be for you. So again, take as much time as you need, meditate on each pile, use a pendulum if need be, whatever it is for you to connect to your guides, your higher self, to select the pile or piles that are going to have the most resonant messages for you personally, even though it is not a personal reading. So with that said, I'll see you at your pile selection. For those of you who picked pile 1 with Black Butler here, Sebastian, we're going to go ahead and dive into your cards, and we're going to start off with some tarot and see what you guys are working with. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Hierophant. So just looking off the tarot here, clearly there is a new start for you guys coming when it comes to your career or your career path. Maybe you're considering starting something new. Definitely something for some of you is going to be involving communication. Some of you can even be still working towards your career. You might be in school, you might be in some sort of institution of higher learning or something along those lines, you know, going to a teacher or something to keep adding to your skills when it comes to what you're doing for career. So kind of going through each one of these for because the tarot themselves can refer to specific career related things. So for the Ace of Swords, this is all about intellectual work. You know, it's legal work. It is the army. It could be police work. So if any of you have an interest in maybe, you know, going into something that is related to the army or the police, you know, that makes a lot of sense, especially with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is traditional institutions like kind of government or army, something like that. In fact, with the Hierophant, especially since the Hierophant here is a major arcana, this feels like the stronger energy for some of you. This is all about work in religious organizations, schools, any kind of large traditional institutions, you know. If it's something more small scale, it could be a really important small town business that's like significant to whatever that town's economy is, or even working for some sort of large franchise. Maybe for some of you, it's even a franchise that has a lot to do with I'm just getting like advertisement, or like it has a lot of advertising, something that's really communicating some big messages. It may even be something like messages for rights, different sort of legal rights, something along those lines. But also with the 7 of Pentacles here, that is all about outdoor employment, actually, and outside work, working outdoors, working out in the sun. It could also be referencing maybe for some of you doing work right now that you don't feel like you're being properly rewarded for, hard work for low pay, or being a student, in fact. So that makes a lot of sense. Like, I feel like some of you are really in this stage where it's like you're working towards this higher goal. Especially with this kind of referring to outdoor work, it really kind of resonated with the idea of like the army or just the military in general, especially when you're starting out in the military. You're going to be doing grunt work. You're going to be doing that low ranking kind of work a lot of times right off the bat, unless you have a lot of good qualifications. It just depends on the situation. Or again, police work. And, it's work kind of in relation to things that you're not doing this work necessarily for a large income. For some of you, this is more of work for a purpose, work because you have a cause in mind that you want to put your energy towards, if that makes any sense. So again, those are just some possibilities here. Overall, I feel like generally for the situation, you guys are looking for a new start, but again, it's requiring you to put a lot of work, a lot of study in. And again, you're maybe working towards something that is going to have a more structured, institution-like kind of hierarchy to it, if that makes any sense at all. So again, let's go ahead and also look at some more cards that we have here. So for a crystal that might help you guys in regards to finding your right career path or working towards your career path, we have sapphire. So it's so funny what this says. Who needs it? Students of ancient wisdom. And that is so hilarious because we have the 7 of Pentacles right here. Literally students. So again, a lot of you pick this pile are students of something. So we have where to put it on your right middle finger, the finger of Saturn, Sapphire's associated planet. So definitely you want to be looking at where your Saturn is in your natal chart. And I'm going to be talking a lot about natal chart stuff throughout this reading and for each pile, just because I feel like you should be looking at your natal chart to help you with career stuff as well. But yeah, so Saturn is going to be significant in some way. When to use it? When resentments are doing more damage to you than to those you're holding them against. Enlist Sapphire to call forth that old soul that resides within, i.e. the wisest part of you who couldn't possibly care less about what anybody else thinks of you. Find your tranquil place. So some of you might be dealing with somebody of a higher authority who is trying to sort of push you to follow a specific path, and some of you might be holding resentments to that, or you need to release resentments. And again, always be following your own path and your own intuition about what you should be doing. We also have here the celebrity with the sun and merchant with Mercury. So clearly, definitely check out where your sun is in your natal chart, the house, the associated zodiac sign, and also your Mercury, which is communication, which makes a lot of sense with the Ace of Swords here. So this is how you're thinking. You are a very intellectual group. I feel like going back to that, some of you are already doing work where you feel like your intellect isn't being recognized. So you need something that's going to be more intellectually stimulating for you. So with the merchant, this is opportunities to prosper are everywhere. Logical, discerning, flexible, financial, psychological, creative, communicative, social, brilliant, quick, elevated, technical, and inventive. So any career that's going to allow you to connect, I think, to something psychological, that's going to give you flexibility, a chance to communicate, or be inventive could also be really good for some of you. With the celebrity here, this is I lead with my light. Charismatic, imaginative, luminous, confident, authentic, inspiring, passionate, magnetic, impactful, public, fashionable, independent, noble, generous, and unique. Something where you're going to be able to uniquely shine in your own way. But again, I feel like you want to make an impact. That's what a lot of you are looking for. You're looking for some sort of career path that is going to give an impact to the wider scope of everybody else around you. Oh my God, this is so fucking crazy. We have Mercury twice here, guys. So yeah, you guys have a really important Mercury placement for some of you in your natal chart. Again, this is really talking about how intellectual you are, how you need to be intellectually stimulated, as well as being able to communicate something. So in fact, we have communicate, we have analyze, and we have let your mind tell you how to do, to follow, how do I say this? You need to listen to your mind, because your mind is telling you how to follow this path, how to get to your perfect career. You know, you have to have, a lot of awareness of your surroundings, I feel like. And again, the opportunities that are around you. There's more opportunity than you realize. Because again, I'm feeling like you guys are already doing something where it's like you feel like you're not being completely satisfied. So you need to have your eyes more open to what is happening around you. Again, there might be a very influential person who might come in or around somewhere you are that might help to lead you to the career path that is right for you. You guys are very good, I think, at communicating. And if you feel like you're not good at communicating, this is something you really need to work at, because it's going to lead you to the right path. So we also have, let's see what else we have here. Holy shit. Wow. So we have the first house with the self. So physical body, outlook, self-image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, and entry point. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are very, you're starting something very new and you're like right at the entry of a career, or your guys are still like young, you're still in school, you're very much still physically doing things. Like a lot of you could do a lot of physical work, again, with your hands or outdoors, the grunt work kind of stuff. And some of you might really enjoy that. But again, I feel like you guys need something more intellectually stimulating for yourselves. And it's really, really crazy what other two cards we have right here. We have Pluto with transformation, and we have Scorpio with the animals. So some of you, so not only do you really need to pay attention to where your Mercury is, you also need to look at your first house, and you also need to look at if you have Scorpio placements and Pluto placements. And because it's so crazy, because Scorpio is the ruling sign of Pluto. So you guys are, again, you're very, we have a lot here to do with passionate and a lot of intensity. You also like kind of the dark. You don't shy away from the dark topics or the difficult topics. So again, like anything that has to do with, I don't know why social justice came to mind. It's like you might experience a lot, and you might also be, your career situation might go through a lot of transformations and a lot of ups and downs. I feel like you might witness a lot of crazy shit through your career. But with Scorpio, the animal, this is all about transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, external, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. With Pluto, it's renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, compositing, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, extreme. So again, you need to definitely, since we have Scorpio and we have Pluto here, you need to look at your 8th house placements as well, because the 8th house rules, is the house of Scorpio and Pluto. So that's where they feel the most at home. Again, you might be into some very taboo topics or taboo situations, which might come in conflict with this idea of kind of institutions in some ways. Or again, you kind of, whatever you're going to do for career, it's going to have some element of kind of the taboo or some, again, some darker things. It's making me think of, again, like the police work or like, FBI, government, or army, like anything where you're like in the field. You're going to witness some disturbing things through that. Some things that are going to really shake you up and change your perspective as you go through life. So let's see what else we have here. We also have the Gecko with 7 of Spring. So the spring season might be kind of significant for you guys here as far as career goes. But this is saying be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely, which is what I was kind of talking about earlier with like the Sapphire. It's like maybe there's somebody who's trying to dissuade you from what you really are feeling drawn to do, or trying to control your path. And again, you yourself have to be more assertive. Again, you have a very strong sense of yourself and your self-image, your physicality. you need to express that more. Again, you need to definitely be communicating more since we have so much with Mercury coming up here. And you need to trust yourself. You need to trust that you're going to be following the right path. So let's see. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me right now? For your moon cards here, we have 2 new moons. So the new moon cycle is always going to be significant for you guys, and you should really work with that. But we have new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. And we have communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. Yeah, for you guys, you have to communicate, or you really are going to be attracted to a career that has to do with a lot of communication. So, and again, your hard work is paying off. I feel like so many of you pick this pile. You're working so hard on trying to get to that place that you want to be. And it's going to pay off. You just have to keep being assertive. And you have to be aware of the opinions that you are allowing to affect you from other people. You are, because such as we have the celebrity here, it's like you lead with your own light. No matter what you do, you are always going to kind of stand out, I feel like. You're going to both be able to stand out, and you're also going to be able to blend in as well. It's like you really know how to read people too. You're very observant, I feel like, as well. So again, you're very sharp and you're very quick to learn things. But sometimes you can struggle with communicating. It's just what I'm getting. So, oh my God, I opened right up to it. That's so weird. Communication is key. So clearly this message wants to be read first. So a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. So, how to attune to this is to write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. Again, more self-study, more understanding what you're getting yourself into when it comes to career. And then, of course, we have the Capricorn, which is all about, first and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. So again, maybe some of you have been doing a job for a while now and you haven't advanced, but you should be advancing. You should be rising up. You need to communicate with your higher ups or something and be assertive and be like, hey, I want a raise or I want a better position within the company or whatever job you're doing because you're tired of what you're done. You've already mastered the task you've already been given and you need to rise up more. Renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years. So, time. That will inform your best course of action now, so think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests it's a time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. So, how to attune to this is to make a proper plan and execute it well. Again, writing a list. So you need to be more disciplined to reach your goal. Hard work will make your dreams a reality. A very good omen for study or teaching. So again, some of you might also be interested in teaching at a higher education institution. Or again, you are a student, you're working towards a master's or something of teaching, something along those lines. Don't be too controlling and avoid anyone who is controlling. We keep getting that message. There's somebody in your life or in your circle that is trying to really control your path here, and you really need to set some more healthy boundaries in regards to whoever this is. So let's see what else we have. For some archetypes, We have visionary, light attributes of capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Shadow attributes are selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. You cannot do that. If you have a vision or you have an idea, you need to communicate it and not compromise it at all. We also have the hermit. Light attributes of seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Shadow attributes of withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. Again, I feel like you guys are really good at helping those who need help, if that makes any sense. We also have gambler. Light attributes, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attributes, relying on luck rather than hard work. See? We've had multiple cards here that's saying that you need to put in the hard work. You can't just rely on luck or happen chance. And also, at the same time, you have to be willing to follow your intuition and not let others make you doubt yourself. So let's see what else we have here. We also have infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So again, if you just follow your intuition, you're going to be supported, and abundance and money is going to come through this, whatever it is you do. Again, I feel like you're working on that. Some of you maybe are saving money at this time. Let's see what else we have. We have light and love. With your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Again, you lead with your light. Again, I feel like some of you are really interested in this idea of helping others. We also have trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Again, you guys are not trusting enough in yourself, and you're allowing other people to sway you. And then we have animals. So you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. So I don't know if some of you are maybe considering some sort of career or maybe like institution that involves animals or work with animals, but that could be a possibility. So for some other cards we have here kind of talking about how to get to your prosperity, how to get to this career. We have blue chalcedony with card 11, and we have community and yin. Very interesting. So obviously community and connections like that is going to be highly important for you guys. Let's see, with the chalcedony, its essential meanings are slowing down, easy does it, restoring balance and serenity. So it's only natural to want to build on your inner affluence. You have been doing so much to change the old patterns. Good for you. Now, however, Blue Chalcedony Spirit is calling you to take a closer look at what you have set in motion. Is it time to consider changes? Are you happy with what is coming into being, or do you need to do some healing work to ensure you are comfortable with your newfound material wealth? Perhaps you need to work on trusting yourself and your co-creative powers, and you literally have the trust card. You can learn much that will help you build and maintain a solid foundation if you slow down at this time. So again, you really need to, and that's kind of what the Seven of Pentacles is about. It's kind of a card of slowing down and kind of letting things germinate to fruition. So let's also look at card 2. I don't know if I've ever read the yin card. I've definitely read the yang one. So the yin, of course, is the feminine principle of receptivity. You guys, right now is a time of allowing things to come to you a little bit. So letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. So with this is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel basking in your success? Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. And then, of course, we have card 8, which is all about belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world. The only way you're going to get there is by communicating to find the right people. Whenever you're in a community of like-minded others, there's a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. It's essential to ask, what can I contribute, rather than what can I get from this? Figure out a need and look to fill it. Something meaningful will manifest, even if what manifests is small. It's a sign that the doors of opportunity will swing open wider. There's also another meaning of this card to consider. Don't try to be all things to all people. Choose your role and be true to it, and serve from a sense of authenticity. There's no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing you have a purpose. So, to wrap up your reading here, we're going to go ahead and pull just some additional little messages here for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the tea leaves and see what else you guys need to know about your career path, how to get to your career path, what's significant, what is significant. Okay, one more time. All right, so let's see what we have for the tea leaves. So we have clouds with temporary problems. We have the scales, keep your life in balance. That could also be referring to, again, the justice system or law. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. That's very Scorpio energy. We have fair man. So dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So again, this might be somebody who is significant to maybe setting you on the right career path. This might be a higher up. It might be somebody who is, maybe trying to control your path or something. We have pineapple reconciliation. We then have well with family wishes come true. I feel like you guys might either have a lot of pressure from your family, or you're going to do something that's going to make your family really happy. Then we have dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Interesting. Now let's go ahead and see about some doorways. Let's see. For pile 1, what do you guys need to know? All right. Let's go ahead and show you these doorways, because again, there might be something significant here that gives you a hint. So we have this doorway, which is all about distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free as you dare dream it. So must it be. That's interesting, because we have distant friend is thinking of you. That's interesting. So we have this particular image with begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Interesting. Then we have, of course, this door, which is all about a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Somebody you don't know who's going to give you some really good advice. 3 of Cups, a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. So again, I feel like maybe some of you are going to really connect to an old friend or something, and there's some sort of opportunity in relations to somebody you're going to know or somebody they know. And then our final door here is divine guardian. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you're on will lead you just right. So again, I feel like you guys are headed towards the right path. It's just a matter of you guys being more assertive, communicating more. Yeah. So that is everything I see here for pile 1. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, there's going to be links to my Amazon wishlist, my Ko-fi, and of course Instagram. Please do feel free to message me on Instagram, because I am always replying to people and talking to y'all and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to book a private reading, that info is also in the description. So see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 2 with the Ancient Magnus Bride, this is one of my favorite series. I love it so much. But we're going to go ahead and dive into your cards. Going to start off with some tarot and see what you need to know information-wise from them. So we have the Hanged Man. So Major Arcana. So I'm definitely going to be, I feel like that's going to be the strongest kind of energy for a lot of you. But we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So there could literally be a physical person who might be involved with your career path in some way, in some aspect. We also have the 7 of Cups. So just looking at these initially, it definitely feels like you guys are in a state right now where it's like you're trying to make some sort of decision, because there's a lot of options. And it's really important to just kind of take your time with this. Even though you kind of, some of you maybe want to speed ahead, it's like you need to make sure you're making the right decision, which is going to require you to take some more time to reflect, especially inner reflection. So kind of, the tarot can relate to specific career kind of related things. So kind of going through each one of these by that. The Hangman could be referencing work or a career in pharmaceuticals. It could talk about work in psychology, any kind of form of innovation. You could definitely be wanting more job satisfaction right now, but right now may not be the time to make any like really drastic big changes. So, and I'm getting that kind of energy where it's like you clearly want to make a change. You really have some big imaginative aspirations. Some of you could be very creative, but you need to kind of match that wild creativity and that wild imagination with some grounded practicality. Talking about the Knight of Pentacles, this could literally refer to you have to move, like a physical move for work. It could reference changes in your work routines. A new job could be presenting itself to you, which will be a move in the right direction for you. It could also relate to any kind of careers in business. So again, if you have any kind of, out of the multitude of opportunities here, if there's one that is related to and requires some sort of move, and I just saw 222, so that might be significant for some of you. But if it's a job opportunity that requires you to physically move for it, or maybe it's related to business, that might be the right move for you guys. But again, that's kind of something that requires a really big change. So obviously right now, if you're watching this as I post this video up and not sometime in the future, even though this is a timeless reading, when I'm filming this right now, COVID-19 is occurring. So, physical movement, physical travel is not an opportunity right now, just for safety reasons. So again, that might be the situation for some of you currently, but this is a timeless reading. So, whatever the situation, you may not be able to physically move yet, because you don't have the resources, or again, that opportunity hasn't appeared yet, whatever the case may be. And of course, with the Seven of Cups, this could be internet jobs. So an online business perhaps, or also with something like internet jobs, it makes me think of anything where you're kind of like an influencer, or however you want to put that. Again, you're creating content for an internet audience, kind of like, YouTube or social media or anything along those lines, or again, something that's going to have an intersection with business. So maybe owning your own online business. The Seven of Cups can really refer to kind of like a jack of all trades type person. So you really have dipped your toes, or you have an interest in a lot of different things, but because of that, you can kind of spread yourself too thin. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, he is a very, very focused, methodical knight, where it's like he doesn't need to rush, but he has a very, very clear aim on one specific goal. You guys, even though you have that jack of trades, and there's a lot of benefits to that, I can relate to that. I often thought of myself as a jack of all trades kind of person. There's plus and minuses to that. The pluses is you've dipped your toes in a lot of different things, which means you have a lot of different skills. The bad side of that is you've never had necessarily a singular focus, so you don't have maybe all of this, like the mastery of one specific thing. Or again, you spread yourself too thin across multiple different things. I've gotten better about this myself over the years, but that's kind of a way I thought of myself. This could also refer to, with the Seven of Cups, alternative healthcare. So if you're interested in any kind of alternative medicine or healing work, any kind of, alternative healthcare industries, healthcare careers, healing careers, but something about it is definitely alternative. It's definitely different. It definitely is requiring some creativity. There's very Neptunian energy here. So again, something like Reiki, or, whatever it is. There's a lot here to do with psychology. So again, maybe something that is, I definitely feel like for some of you, like starting your own business or something, or getting involved with a business that is very alternative, that resonates with something like psychological or healing, might be very good for you, especially if you follow your intuition. Especially with, again, the Hangman is very Neptunian energy, which relates to Pisces. So following your intuition is going to be significantly important here in guiding you in the right direction, following your heart as well. So let's also pull some other cards here and see what we have. So for some crystals that might help you in your you're heading to your right career path, more information. We have 2 stones right here, and it's so crazy because both of these are green. So again, I feel like some of you are very much heart chakra people. Your heart chakra is very important to you. The color green is very important to you. You should really be wearing this and working with green stones. Or technically blue-green stones, since this is aquamarine right there. So we have chrysoprase and we have aquamarine. So with chrysoprase, who needs it? Explorers searching for the fountain of youth. And that is so what this image is right here. That is crazy. Some of you might, again, have a thirst for travel. Maybe a career where you have to move a lot is something that would really excite you. Because you're really not about stagnation. You don't like staying in one place for too long. You're always reaching for that next goal or that next place. Where to put it? Squeeze chrysoprase against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them. Then cry forever. When to use it? When it's time to forgive that person who hurt you most. Your parents, and most of all, yourself. You are not a doormat. You are an involved being. When you feel like giving up on love, chrysoprase gives you the green light to keep going. Grow from your heart out. So some of you, your best career path is something related to an interest you had as a child that is still within you, connected to your inner child. And maybe, again, some of you might have had some difficulties in growing up with your family, with your parents or something. However that might resonate. And then with aquamarine here, this is all about who needs it. Those who run hot, fire signs, anybody hanging on to an unspoken burning desire. Where to put it? Wherever you need to turn that whisper into a primal scream. Or if that's a little overly dramatic, wherever you want to speak clearly and calmly from the heart. So this is related, obviously, to heart chakra as well as the third chakra. So when to use it? When you've lost your voice, when it's past time to let it go, or when you're feeling a little too en fuego, or for polite company, ice yourself down with aquamarine's cool shower vibes. Keep your cool. So again, don't lose your temper in whatever situation is coming up for you guys. So let's see what else we have. We also have, and again, both of these cards are very green and red. So again, your heart chakra as well as your root chakra, which both of those are very connected to each other and have a lot to do with family. So we have Jupiter. Oh my God, we have 2 Jupiters here. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So really, I'm going to be talking about some natal chart information. So if you guys don't know how to look up your natal chart, definitely go to astro.com and put in your information and take a look at your natal chart, because I've just felt called to kind of focus a little bit on that when it comes to career path. But Jupiter is all about expansion. So you really need to look at where your Jupiter is. We have the teacher and we have the sage, which are both kind of the same thing in a way. So the teacher is all about to know is to grow. Knowledgeable, intelligent, growth-oriented, trustable, understanding, communicative, compassionate, prosperous, social, inspired, self-aware, generous, considerate, and virtuous. The sage is the truth will set me free. Wise, spiritual, wealthy, gracious, intuitive, inspired, devoted, expansive, self-reflective, truth-seeking, emotionally intelligent, truthful, philosophical, and charitable. Yeah, you guys are kind of a deep thinker group for sure. So again, psychology, philosophy, those might be subjects that really interest you. You might have a desire to dive more into that. We also have here, we have the second house. So definitely take a look in your natal chart. What is in your second house? Again, this is all about your beliefs, what you value, your resources, again, your money, partnerships. So again, it's really important that you are patient with yourself. Again, you're patient with this time period, because again, I feel like you guys want to make a big move, but it's just not the right time yet. This is also discussing about what it is you really want and how do you get what you need. you need to kind of consider that. I feel like some of you are not clear yet about what you really want to do with your career, because again, you're getting confused and overwhelmed by all the different options, and you got to get, centered and focused about what is in your heart. Again, some of you might be interested in teaching, or again, some sort of spiritual teaching, things that are alternative, especially, I can't believe it. We have the Hangman, which is the ruling planet for the Hangman is Neptune, which is related to Pisces. And we literally have Neptune here with dreams. Again, you have to follow your dreams and listen to what is being told to you through your dreams. But this is all about imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. So yeah, I feel like you guys are very much, you could flourish in very alternative and out there kind of career paths that are not the normal norm. Like you are not somebody who follows the normal path, but you still have to apply that practicality and that planning to it, that groundedness. We also have, look at this, the sixth house with craft. So work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. So again, some of you might literally go into an apprenticeship. You might need to learn more from somebody who is wiser than you. Obviously, anything that has to do with health, well-being, diet, those are going to could be a very good match for some of you. I also feel like with that word craft, it made me just think of like creating your own sort of like beauty products, or like health products, or like soaps or essential oils, or but like alternative things, kind of out there things. Also with the sixth house does relate to service. So kind of like working for other people. So again, that apprenticeship idea, traditionally speaking, the sixth house way back when was related to like servitude, which obviously we're not thinking of that, but we're thinking about like that apprenticeship kind of thing. We also have here, really crazy. Again, you have two planets right here. So you really need to look at your sixth house, and you need to look at where your Neptune is, where your Jupiter is, and where your Uranus is in your natal chart, because you definitely have a lot going on right there. With the Uranus, it's all about revolution. So breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insights, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, and lightning. And with the Seven of Cups that you guys had, it was talking about internet jobs. And we have technology here. So again, something different with technology might be very significant for you guys. Being very inventive, having a humanitarian aspect to whatever your career is, helping people, dealing with the subconscious. But again, I feel like you guys are going to do something that's very off the normal path. You're going to do something innovative. You're going to do something very original. You're going to make something very original to you. So we also have here strength with the Maasai lion and lamb. I don't know if I said that right. But true strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. So yeah, I definitely feel like that is true. You guys are extremely compassionate group, and you have a lot of personal power, but it's just a matter of applying in the right way. I feel like some of you, that's where the struggle is, because again, that jack of all trades idea, you're kind of spreading there's so many things you want to do. You have so many different ideas, but in all these different, like, again, I'm going to use the fantasy word here, not to make fantasy sound like a bad thing. Maybe even some of you have a desire for writing, like you have a lot of different stories you want to express. But again, you can't be spreading yourself too thin. You have to get more focused and do one thing at a time. I feel like that's really important for you guys. So we have a couple moon cards here for you. So again, these might be time periods or moon cycles to work with. So we have first quarter moon with your commitment is being tested. That's definitely a very hangman kind of thing. We also have full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And we have new moon with a new start is coming. So yeah, you guys are closing the chapter on one situation, and something new is coming. But again, it's a kind of a test, what you're experiencing in the moment. So let's see. So with the new moon, this is all about there is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you're on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, which can relate to the Hangman, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. I think you had that wording somewhere else in one of these cards, wiping the slate clean. I think it was the chrysoprase, what had to do with family. If the situation you ask about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on the way. So to attune to this, I see it when I believe it. So a new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. You have to believe in your dreams. Forget about the past. You got to release some baggage from the past if you want this new start to happen. The Jupiter card I want to say the Jupiter card, or is it Saturn? It might be Saturn relates to your father. I think it's Saturn, actually, not Jupiter. So, first quarter moon. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. So again, your belief and the way you think about yourself really determines what manifests for you. So to attune to this, I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. And you have strength, which is Leo. It's all about confidence. So the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. See, and you keep getting that message. Yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. And then, of course, we had the full moon in Capricorn. So with this card, it's all about how hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. So maybe the Hangman is also referencing a procrastination for some of you. Even like the Seven of Cups can be in a way like procrastination, because you're like, oh, but I like this idea, but I like this idea, but I don't know if this idea is bad, or I don't know what this good. I mean, you're going back and forth too much. You need to make a decision and commit yourself to it. So anyway, this card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card could be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. And again, you have that Knight of Pentacles, which is earth energy, which would be related to Capricorn. So again, making a practical plan is very important. Because again, you have so much like Neptunian and Aquarian energy. It's like, and that's so like, I like to follow my own path. My head is in the clouds. It's like you need some earth here to ground you. For sure. So how to attune to this is release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you've been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. So with that, let's go ahead and look at some more archetypes here. And this is so, oh my God, I got a message that just came through right now. We have Knight, and again, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So light attributes, loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor. Shadow attributes of allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle. Romantic delusions. And I swear, this little gnat, I filmed other videos today, and this little gnat just keeps chilling with me. So again, we have the knight, and then we have damsel. Light attributes. There's a gnat flying around. There's flies on this card. That's kind of weird. Anyway, damsel. Light attributes of understanding the nature of healthy romance. Inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow attributes of waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. So some of you, not only is this related to career, but this is also kind of a little bit getting into some love messages, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on what I'm getting from career. So again, there could literally be a person who you're going to work very closely with, like this knight attribute, but you can't. I also feel like really some of you are playing this damsel role and you want to be rescued. You want somebody to tell you what to do for your career. That's not going to happen. You know why that's not going to happen? Because you're not going to be happy. If you have somebody else dictate and tell you what you should be doing with your life, you're never going to actually be happy because you're not actually living your life. You're living somebody else's life, which is not meant for you. You need to stop being the damsel and be your own damn knight and take charge and drive forward and like, hey, I'm committing myself to this idea. This is what I want to do. Because again, I feel like you guys can really achieve anything. It's just a matter of just picking a thing and just going with it. And even if you stick on that road and you achieve something with it, and then at some point it's like you decide to change your mind, you don't like it anymore, that's perfectly fine. Pick a new goal and stick with that until you hit that next fork in the road where you're like, I've learned everything I've learned from this, time to pick something new. But again, you're not trying to do all of those things at once. You're just focusing on one thing at a time. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, I knew you guys were going to get this. So it was really crazy. I was shuffling these cards, and when I was shuffling them, one of the cards just literally flew out and flew right on top of your guys' pile, which was when I shuffle, I just saw 2222. That's so crazy. The number 2 is really significant for you guys. But anyway, I kind of close my eyes when I shuffle, and I don't know how this card, like it flew out and it flew on the pile. Really weird, but we have music. So your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. We also have protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Then we have nutrition. It's coming up again here, guys. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. 2 things talking about healing work. Then we have artists with engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. And then we have sensitivity. You become more sensitive. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So some of you could definitely be like empaths, I'm feeling like. But again, this might be like a healing path might be really good for you guys. And again, I feel like it's something very alternative. So maybe it's something with healing in music, healing in nutrition, healing in art. My recommendation, because this is something I've looked into when it comes to psychology and maybe like, hey, I want to do like art therapy, do not go and just get a degree in just art therapy. Go full hog and just get a degree in psychology and then kind of make your focus in art. Just because from what I've heard and what I've done my own research, it's like a lot of people are not happy if they just do the art therapy because it really limits their possibility when it comes to career opportunities. So better to just get a degree in psychology and then take some art courses, maybe do a minor or do like 2 majors, something like that. Again, you can find better ways of going about it. My recommendation with that is go for the psychology degree if you're going to do that, not just an art therapy thing, certificate or whatever. You get what I mean. So I feel like that really goes for anything that's alternative. Like get a good solid like traditional basis and then make it your own through additional things. That's what's important. Like the rule of you learn the rules and then you learn how to break the rules is something I always apply to things. So regardless, let's move on to your other 2 cards we have here. And this is kind of the cards to talk about how to get to your prosperity in your career. We have Petrified Wood and we have Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished Symphony, you have the music card. So some of you are definitely musicians or you have a desire to do something with music for a career. So let's talk about the Petrified Wood. Let's see. So with this, the essential meanings are patience, timelessness, patience and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. So it's talking about here, patience is required when intention is coalescing into form. So even if you're making every effort to secure a financial situation, recognize that the conscious universe may have different ideas about what you need and how to bring it about. So trust in universal timing. Do not obsess and let petrified wood spirit help you to be patient as what you need begins to show up for you. So again, we keep having this message of it's like, it's not the right time, but it's on its way. Some of you are just not trusting in divine timing, and you really have to. You can't force this along. The right thing will come to you. So with the unfinished symphony, we have essential meanings of unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. So make sure you complete projects now. Oh my God, what have I been saying this whole entire reading? It's like, you guys are spreading yourself too thin. You're like going all over the place. You need to focus on one thing. And literally this is saying, make sure you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you have created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you don't see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign the documents, do your filing, hand in an assignment, complete a work of art. And we have the artist card, so some of you maybe are artists. You need to finish what you start. I'm a little bit bad at this myself. I have so many line arts that need to be painted. Anyway, so, complete the work of art. Tie up loose ends so you can move forward with surety, knowing you're on the prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. I also feel like this applies to cleaning up unfinished business when it comes to your personal life as well, whether that's relationships, it's family, it's friends. There's like some aspect there that you've left unfinished and you really need to kind of, just for your own emotional well-being, fix that situation so you can go forward with a really clear and fresh start. So let's go ahead and pull some final cards for you, starting with the tea leaves. What does my group 2s need to know for their career? How to get to their right career path? What do you guys need to know at this time? Last one. What do you guys need? What do you guys need to know? Okay. So let's take a little peeky peek at these. So we have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And you have the Strength card. We have the Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. You have to put in the effort. We have Dark Man, dealings a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Maybe that's that Knight of Pentacles. We have Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Again, starting something new, starting your own business. We have Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Again, the universe has your back. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. We have Teardrops, great personal sorrow. We have Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And I feel like some of you maybe didn't get that when you were growing up. We have Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. That's what you guys are going through right now. We have Marriage. So some of you, again, we had a little bit of that love stuff coming up in this reading. So some of you literally might meet your person, your counterpart through your career that will lead to marriage. We also have Beetle, good fortune. And lastly, we have February. So something about February is significant, whether it's a birthday, maybe some of you are Aquarius or Pisces, which would make a lot of sense. Or maybe somebody you're going to meet is an Aquarius or Pisces. Or again, something about February is important. So we'll see. Or you guys will see. You guys let me know. So let's go ahead and pull out these final cards, some door cards here. And I hope you guys saw that. That was crazy. So let's see what your final messages are. Let's see. Final messages for, I feel like there's one more. Pile. Yep. Oh, that's such a pretty door. Grab these. Ooh, I'm getting tired. I got one more pile, guys. So, we have this particular door, which is freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Again, if you just dream it, if you believe it, you will have it. We have this particular door, which is all about Jude's song. A reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. You're not a lost cause, guys. We have this. Passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Wow. We have this door, which is three-eye raven. A sunrise hits upon the dew. A messenger raven caws out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. Very Aquarius. And again, so pay attention to ravens. There's something important about that. The caw, listen for it. So we have this door, which is about 1111. Are you fucking kidding me? Numbers and doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back. Your love now. Life is meant for you. Again, some of you might meet like your counterpart through your career. 1111 might be significant. We have this door, which is trust in the universe. How many times are you going to get this message? Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing is not yours, but the universe is at play. So have faith and breathe. We have this really pretty door, which I don't know which way it's supposed to go. The Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Wow. I don't know. I got the sense of like going outdoors and doing like plein air painting for some reason for some of you. We have the morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. And you did get a little bit about meditation in your reading. So with that said, that has been your reading. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell, all that good stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's going to be links to my Ko-fi, Amazon wishlist, personal reading information down below. And of course, if you want to talk to me, message me, chat it up, definitely come and join my Instagram. So see you guys in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked the third and final pile with Daisy here, we're going to go ahead and jump in to your cards. It's been a day. So let's go ahead and start off with the tarot and the information from the tarot. So we have the Two of Wands. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is always a really, really good card to get in any tarot reading. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys really don't have any bad cards right here. The only thing is really the Two of Wands, which is really referencing, needing to come to a decision. You have a lot of things available to you, but it's like you need to choose between these two certain things. And it's going to really lead to some long-lasting prosperity for you guys here. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's like Nine of Pentacles is all about independence and luxury, enjoying the fruits of your labor, being totally self-sufficient. It's really, really good energy. So particularly with each tarot card, there is information related to different possibilities for careers. So we're going to go ahead and go through those. So for the Two of Wands, this could really be talking about leadership jobs. It could talk about work in legal matters. It can talk about intellectual work. It's really about having to make important decisions in day-to-day work life. Because again, a lot of the energy we have right here, unlike with some of the other piles, we have just minor arcana here. So this is kind of going to be more like day-to-day things. I feel like it's not necessarily major, huge, like things like you would get with the major arcana. But anyway, it's also kind of referencing the Two of Wands could reference, maybe some of you feel like the lines between success and failure are too close. So a lot of times you feel like you're either going to succeed or you're going to absolutely fail. Or a lot of times you have moments where you do succeed and then the next day you have total failures. It's kind of a flip-flop for some of you. But I feel like that's not, a lot of that has to do with your own mindset and the choices that you buy into, if that makes any sense. It's all about in your perception of it. And also that, that thin line is not always necessarily a bad thing. it can show you, you can learn a lot from the failures as well as the successes. So next up, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about new job opportunity. So you guys definitely do have some new job opportunities available to you. You might have more than one, and you have to make a decision between the two. And whatever this new job opportunity is, there is the possibility for unlimited earning potential. Like, this could be a job that will set you up for pretty much the rest of your life, potentially, I feel like. This could also reference careers in business. It could refer to careers in real estate or health and fitness industry. So if you have any interest in any of those areas, this is definitely a green light that you could be very successful in it, I feel like. And it can... But on the flip side there, with the Nine of Pentacles, this is all about earning your wage through your talent. Whatever your talent is, that's how you make your money. So you need to get clear about what it is you really are passionate about. And I just saw 333, and you are pile 3, so that might be significant. What you're passionate about, because that is where you're going to make some money through that. This is all about luxury, the luxury of freedom and minimal supervision at work, or maybe even just working kind of independently. Like, that's where you shine the most, is when you have like total freedom to kind of stretch and do your own thing. It's also referred to, even with the Nine of Pentacles, either having already enough money, or I also feel like you guys will make enough money where you get to a point where you don't even need to work. For some of you, like, that's a very hard thing to achieve for a lot of people. So that might be just a small group of you who might be able to get to that status, or already have that status where you already have a lot of money. So it's really not about working for a salary. It's about working for your enjoyment and for your own personal growth. And again, even the Nine of Pentacles can refer to leadership roles that pay well. So any kind of job where you can get into a leadership role could be very, very beneficial for you. And again, some possibilities were like business, real estate, health and fitness. So maybe even something like a personal trainer could be beneficial for some of you guys. So let's go ahead and move on and look at some more cards here for you. So for the crystal that might help you on your path to your career, we have, how do you say this one? Bismuth? I don't know. Who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who are very bored. And I kind of get that sense. Like, I feel like you guys are kind of a group where you get kind of bored. I feel like you're also kind of a group where you kind of enjoy bossing other people around. Does that make sense? I feel like at least one of you are that kind of type where it's like you like to be in charge and you kind of like to tell other people what to do. Because again, you're so like in your space of independence where it's like you can see where other people need to work more on that. Where to put this? On your desk in Silicon Valley and in your utility belt in Black Rock City. So, especially with the mention of Silicon Valley, what immediately came to mind was a plastic surgeon. Like, any career, like, I feel like you guys have the potential here of picking a career where you can make a lot of money, like a lot of money, to really set you up later on. So I don't know if any of you are considering anything like that, like traditionally careers where like, people make a lot of money. So like, again, like a plastic surgeon, a doctor, a specialty doctor of some sort, or like a lawyer, like I think there's a couple different careers that I think you guys will have jump to mind. That's like, oh yeah, those kind of people make a lot of money, especially if they make it big and they make a name for themselves. And again, it's not, part of it is luck, but a lot of it is just hard work and putting your name out there. So anyway, when to use this crystal. For those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill, lie on your back and take 10 or 100 or 1,000,000 powerful breaths through your mouth with bismuth placed on your forehead. Then break out of tired gray thought patterns and get en route to a more colorful, energized life. Rewrite your code with rainbows. And then we have that mentioned, rewrite your code with rainbows. So maybe some of you want to be like computer engineers or just anybody who works with like computer codes, that might be a possibility for some of you, because this very much looks very techy, futuristic. But we're going to get into some natal chart and astrology kind of stuff, so that might come up. So let's see what else we have here. We have the Magician with Ryu. So I am a master manifester. Acquisitive, alternative, intelligent, conscious, creative, magical, intuitive, inventive, alchemic, technical, artistic, dynamic, psychological, synthesizing, eccentric, charismatic. So again, also, this particular crystal, you can grow your own. If that kind of sounds funny, but you can literally create these crystals in your own house. So I feel like some of you might be wanting to be like chemists, or kind of like a magician, like an alchemist in a sense, like a modern version of that. You might be interested in psychology. You might do something very technical, or with, again, technology, because you have a very creative mind and you're very eccentric. Almost like I'm getting the sense with the Magician here of like the mad genius archetype. So definitely know and recognize that you are a master manifester. So if you believe it, if you put your intention towards it, it will manifest for you. I feel like you're a group that really, you don't have to worry so much about the money aspect, because you can just manifest that for you. It's more about what are you really passionate about and following that. So we also have, look at this, and we're talking about leadership roles and careers, and we have the leader with the sun. So definitely check out where your sun is in your natal chart. I lead from the heart. Confident, brilliant, purposeful, courageous, committed, authentic, positive, inspiring, passionate, empowered, visionary, vital, ingenious, or trustworthy. I feel like some of you might like want to do your own like startup, like tech company, or like something kind of like that. Like you got some creativity and you got some individuality, and again, that eccentricity is really important. And we have, we got the artist with Venus. So again, check out where your sun is, check out where your Venus is in your natal chart. But we have, I create my vision. That goes along with the master manifester. You could be even like clairvoyant. Creative, visionary, imaginative, idealistic, connective, harmonious, passionate, receptive, reverent, and spiritual. Even in something like technology or science, it's like you need that element of the artist. I would say everybody needs that element of the artist, because that's just the creative aspect. It's just being able to see things from a different perspective and being creative and being just again being able to change your perception and perspective of things, to look at things in a new way. So let's see what else we have here. We have Gemini. So definitely look at your natal chart and see where you have Gemini, what house is it in, what planets are in Gemini in your natal chart. But we have information to explain, communications about, resulting from the fluctuations of, what you want to be known. What do you want to be known as? Exactly. This is all about your self-image. I feel like who do you want to be known as? What is believed about you? Use the quickest way and the smartest way. I feel like you guys can be very, very good communicators. You want to communicate a message, but again, you're very unusual. I'm just getting the sense here. So it's like you have an unusual message to send out there into the world. So, so we have, you guys got a lot of extra cards. So for more natal kind of information, we have Pisces with the mystic. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, ephemeral, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, self-pitying, illogical. So again, you guys have this mystic aspect to yourself. You have a very creative mind. We also have the 7th house, relating. So partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. Some of you might be like empaths. You're very psychically inclined. Some of you may even want to work in like a psychology field where you're like a couples therapist or something. Or maybe, again, this is about very much balancing your life. You're very much going to be connected to a specific partner in your career, or you might meet your love partner or best friend through your work. somebody who's going to balance you out, or again, you might want to be working in the justice system. We also have Jupiter with expansion. So enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. Some of you really are going to be interested. You're going to have a lot of dealings maybe potentially with people of foreign places. It's really funny because the next one we have here is the 10th house. And what just came to mind, because I have this personal placement, but I have my Venus in the 10th house in Aries, which has a lot to do with kind of a lot of this stuff right here. So it's like connections and meeting people, and especially meeting people who are foreign. There is references. There's a lot going on in my chart that has to do with foreign people and foreign lands. But especially with Venus in the 10th house, your love situation and your creativity and your charisma are very much created and related to your career. And again, you might have something kind of similar going on in your chart in some aspect like that. My mind just went to that. So again, I don't know, check out your natal chart to learn more. So astro.com, that's where you guys should go. Again, you guys might get a lot of luck again, I feel like you guys are a very, very lucky group. With the 10th house, it's about reputation. Again, your career is so much about your reputation. It's not even about the money. It's about the reputation. So career, responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, empire. So you guys might even gain a lot of fame through whatever you do for career. It might have that much influence, or maybe somebody that you, and I think that was actually what I was getting at with like the 10th house in Venus. I think that's another aspect of that, is like somebody you get connected to has a lot of connections to help raise your, public persona or something like that. I gotta refresh myself on that. But I'm just suggesting maybe look and see if you have something like that going on with your 10th house. I just saw 444. And the last one we have here is the ascendant, the outlook. So again, that makes so much sense. We have the 10th house with reputation, and now we have the ascendant with outlook. So basically your ascendant sign in your natal chart, and you have to know your time of birth to figure this out, as well as the houses in your natal chart, has a lot to do with your public persona. It's how people read you when they first meet you. It's how you physically look. It's how you carry yourself. This is what the ascendant rules. You guys are very much focused on whatever you do for career. It has to give you something as far as your reputation and your public persona. So with this, it's saying worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. That first impression is highly important for you guys. I also feel like, again, you have this very worldly view. Like, I don't feel like you guys are a group when it comes to your career where it's like, oh, you're just working within your little bubble. No, you are working in something that is going to be very much collective. It's going to reach to other areas of the world. And that's something you enjoy. You have an interest in other cultures, and there's a lot you take from other cultures when it comes to whatever it is you do for your career. And again, we've talked about different things for possibilities. Let's see what else we have. So we have the 5 of spring, so spring might be significant. Ram. Occasionally in Aries, so Aries might be another significant sign here for some of you. I just keep going back to that. Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. So yeah, it's like that leadership thing. It's like you really don't like to be told what to do. And that can lead to a lot of conflict. I feel like no matter what, you guys are a group who really need to work for yourself in some capacity, or at least be in a position where you have that, again, that freedom and that autonomy to kind of do what you want. Because again, you're not somebody who it's not that you can't work with other people, because you really can. Again, we have that 7th house with relating. So you can relate really well with people, but it's about equality partnership. You want to be in a partnership where you both are equals and you both get to say what you need to say. It's not somebody else being above you dictating to you. That's something that's not going to work for you guys. I'm just getting that. So let's see what else we have here. So for some moon periods that might be significant, we have new moon in Virgo and we have the full moon in Taurus. So a lot of earth energy right here. So new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. So again, you have to have practical planning to achieve what you need to. So with the new moon in Virgo, when this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. So again, you guys this is kind of relating to a little bit of the previous pile in that kind of alternative therapies and clean eating. So you guys might be interested in that as well. In fact, I think one of your things was health. Wasn't that one of the things I said? Was like healthcare, the healthcare stuff. Where is it? Health and fitness industries. So yeah, that might be another aspect for you guys. So if a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. So to attune to this, recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success without being pedantic. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. So maybe some of you are even like considering going into business with somebody else, and it's like this partner can be very reliable. You can trust them. Because I feel like you're a group who are not going to trust others easily. Because again, you kind of want to be, some of you on like the crazy side can be very like micromanaging and controlling, like control kind of freak-ish. You want to do everything your way and be the boss. But again, you need to learn how to delegate and allow somebody else to help and have that equilibrium. So anyway, the full moon in Taurus is sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining, expecting it, welcoming it, aka magic. Which is literally you had the magician card. So again, master manifestor, this is your ability. But you need to balance it with taking down to earth steps towards your goals, taking the action. When it comes to magic, you put out the intention and then you live in accord with it. So this isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how you can achieve your goals. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So how to attune to this is write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. So laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. That's totally what I'm getting here. It's like the money aspect is something you don't have to worry about. You need to worry about chasing your dream. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. Never be jealous or vengeful of somebody else. It's like, don't do that. Celebrate somebody else's prosperity and more prosperity will come to you. More exercise is called for. So again, that fitness and health industry, some of you really could flourish in that. You could really do something different, I feel like, with it. Holy shit. So for some archetypes, and I can't believe this, we have the healer. And it's totally like, whenever I see this image, it just makes me think of Reiki healing because of the hands. Allied attributes are passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. Exactly. It's like you guys working in a field where like you can give back to other people is really important. Shadow attributes are taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. We then have student. Light attributes of humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So no matter what, you guys are going to be a lifelong learner. Shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Again, taking the idea and making a practical plan with it is important. We have the rebel. with light attributes of challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes of rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So yeah, you guys, I definitely get the sense that you guys are kind of rebels. We also have the mentor. So we have the student and we have the mentor. So light attributes of passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes of inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Interesting stuff here. So we also have, oh my God, I can't believe it. We have the environmentalist. So some of you might want to work in environmentalist or something that has to do with helping the environment. So you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. We also have books. So you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Again, that lifelong student. We then have, look at this, travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So again, no matter what, you guys might do a lot of traveling for your work. You might be going around the world. We also have writing. So you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. And then we have books. So some of you could literally become authors, which again gives you that freedom. You can do it literally anywhere. Some of you might do like travel blogging, or you might travel for competitions. Like I'm thinking about personal training, again, something to do with health industry. You're very communicative. We had the Gemini card. So yeah, communication, no matter what in your career, is going to be important, but also, again, that element of the mystic and Pisces, the imagination and intuition is also important. So let's see what else. Excuse me. We have here. We have Obsidian with card 39. We also have Mending, and we have Clean It Up, and we have Deep Knowing. So you guys got a lot of additional cards here. So let's go ahead and dive into these. So with the Obsidian card, this is card 39. So the essential meanings here are observing the self, self-reflection, know thyself. So, do you know your patterns? Do you know where your money and efforts go? Or is it all a big mystery at the end of the month? Obsidian Spirit's gentle message for you is to stop being afraid of looking at your relationship with money, for you have a serious tendency to underestimate your ability to manage the flow of abundance in your life. To experience the prosperity you deserve, answer the call to heal your old fear-based habits. Fearful frugality and, gee, I hope they love me now, generosity will not serve you on your healing journey. Any discomfort you have in looking at your relationship to finances is simply part of a necessary transition to accepting yourself as you are today, right now in this moment. And you must accept yourself as you are for healing to take place. Self-awareness is always a good thing, and it will lead you to feeling comfortable and confident in growing your abundance. Exactly. So we also have here card 21, which is Clean It Up. So getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. So simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign that you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. Again, this is all about what you say yes and no to and what you manifest for yourself. You need to remember, most of all, that you are a master manifester. So what you think, what you say, what you do really creates your reality for you. So now we have 43. Which is all about deep knowing. So intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. So this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular, I can't say that word right now, consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind, the inner machinations of my mind, or enigma. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. And lastly, we have mending, which is all about forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. And you had that ram, which is all about arguing and fighting with like other people. So everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, you lost sight of long-term sustainable prosperity. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. There's that thin line between success and failure. This is what's causing it. Don't blame anyone else. It's time to forgive yourself and others. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So, oh no. Dropped a bunch of the cards. No. Okay. So, lastly, we're going to pull some final messages and we're going to see what else you need to know about your career from the tea leaves. So, let's see, what does the final group need to know to get to their career path? What do they need to know? What is their final messages? Last ones. Last ones. All right. So, you guys, let's see what we have for the tea leaves. So we have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. We have Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. We have Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Yeah, I feel like you guys kind of worry about that way too much. Like people are trying to mess with your success. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. We have Clouds with temporary problems. We also have Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. We have Older Man, dealings or relationship with an older man. We have the Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Wishbone, a wish is granted. We have Marriage. So again, when I see this and I see the Heart, you could definitely meet your person through your career. Again, you're not the only group who got this message. And again, we have February coming up. So again, maybe somebody is born in February. So there are Pisces or there are Aquarius. Something significant is going to happen in February for your career. We have Leg, stepping into a new experience. I feel like you are going to start doing something new that you haven't ever done before for career. Cup. Didn't we have the Teapot and we have the Cup. So you should accept valid criticism. And then we have, look at that, we have Older Man and then we have Dark Man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Very interesting. So let's also pull some final door messages for you. Let's see. What does my group threes need to know? Group 3. What does group 3 need to know? All right. Yep. Okay. Let's see. A lot of brown doors. I can't grab them. Okay. So this is our first door here. Get focus. Its message is offerings. So abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. We then have this door, which is 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups and happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. We have this door, which made me think of New York for some reason. Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. We have this door, which is nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. Exactly, that's all about that travel. Whatever you do for career, there has to be a travel aspect, I feel like, for a lot of you. We have this door, palmistry. Fortune and tarot. This is very Piscean. Collective destiny. The palm lines of your birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. You have to follow your intuition. And some of you, maybe you should go get your palm read or start learning about how to read your palm. Thing to know about that is that you can physically change the lines of your palm through your actions and through your choices. So it's not all set in stone, but it definitely helps give you some insight. We have this door, which is all about bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So again, regular cleansing, because there is some negative stuff that like you guys can hold on to that can affect you. So again, regular cleansing of yourself and your space is important. We have destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. We have this door, which is all about morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. And the last one we have is distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. So pass this card on. Exactly. You guys, there's something about distance. There's something about travel. I just saw 333, 333, or 3333. There's something about travel that's going to be very significant in your career, whatever it is that you do. So definitely, if there's an opportunity for travel, take that opportunity because it's going to lead to something important. So with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here in this pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff if you'd like to help support the channel. There's going to be links to my Ko-fi, to my Amazon wish list, to my Instagram. Definitely come and join me there because I'm always talking to you all. I'm always replying to messages. So if you feel like chatting, definitely join me there. And if you ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces-Twin, all that info is in the description. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.